Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Event Zero, or I'm not really sure how you pronounce square brackets, so Event Zero in square brackets, presumably Event Zero. Now, this is a really interesting one, because the setup sounds like fairly typical video gaming fare. You know, it's space, it's sci-fi, you're on a spaceship, there's a rogue AI involved. Yeah, you know what, we've seen all that before, except the way that this game deals with that question and that antagonist, now that is where Event Zero becomes one of the most intriguing games I have ever heard of, so I'm very much looking forward to this. Let's just dive into this, it'll be easier to show you than explain. We're all obsessed by being. Someone, something, somewhere. Being in a particular state of consciousness, health, mind. Being for and from. Being with, being without. You were not an exception. For as long as you could remember, the pronoun that described you best had been she, he, or they. You know what, let's go for he for once, because yes, this game is doing something a little bit different. Like everybody else, you called planet Earth your home, but you weren't like most of your peers. You spent your childhood in a hippie commune in a war-torn country in a slum. Well, none of those things, really. I'm from the Midlands, actually, originally. It wasn't any of those things. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine. I guess I'll go for hippie commune, as it sounds like the least unpleasant option. First California, then the United States ceased to exist. The world itself became a hypertrophied commune, both disproving and confirming everything you stood for. You moved to San Francisco. Okay! Apparently the world just became communist at some point. Got it! Armstrong made a step on the moon, and suddenly everybody wanted to be a part of something. You witnessed nation-states pop out of existence. Selenites became the privileged class of citizens. They were the minority who had travelled to space. It was hard to reconcile the modern world with your early days in the commune. The United Earth government paid for your college. And you wanted to make a difference, give back to society, or see what the rest of the universe looked like. I will say, let's make a difference. I would like to make a difference, please. And I became part of the United Earth Safety Supervision Board. The job proved dull and repetitive. Well, if you want to make a difference, you don't become part of a huge, massive bureaucracy oversight committee. You're making bad decisions here, future space John. And the job proved dull and repetitive. It wasn't long before you needed a change. Soon you joined the International Transport Space Lines as a flight engineer assistant. You spent years in training before finally getting your shot. An old man wearing a blue flight jacket approached you after one of the mock launch exercises. He presented himself as Kurt Taylor, president of the ITS. Ooh, play it cool, play it cool. Hello, Mr. Taylor. Kurt invited you to his office and closed the door behind you. He didn't ask you to sit. You sat down anyway, you kept standing. It's probably understood if there's a chair on the other side of his desk I'm allowed to sit. So let's play it cool and sit down. This is exactly why I selected you. I love him whose soul is lavish, who wants no thanks and does not give back. For he always bestows and desires not to keep for himself. He asked you to be part of the mission to Europa. Despite the Nietzsche quote, you decided to say yes. Apparently my character is not a fan of Nietzsche. There had already been 10 Europa missions. The new one was to be called Europa 11. This time they wanted to send a manned lander down to the surface. You just wanted to... I wanted to be one of the Selenites, or I wanted to be part of it. I mean, let's not aspire to become part of, like, the overclass here. Let's just aspire to be part of something. That's more noble. Hearing the launch countdown made you feel anxious. It wasn't a fear of going into space. You've been looking forward to that. It was something else. A thought kept bugging you. It was September the 6th, 2012, and humankind had never been more united. You, on the other hand, were utterly alone. As for building relationships 390 million miles away from Earth, well, let's just say that it wasn't going to be straightforward. You were on your way to the system bay when the ship first entered the Europa orbit. The central alarm went off, and the red lights blinded you. The AI of Europa 11 had invoked the Code Red security protocol. All personnel had to go to the bridge. And that meant you as well, but the system bay door was just a few feet away. No. Follow flipping procedure when you're in space, future John. You reached the end of the hallway, but the door closed right in front of you. You asked the AI to let you go to the bridge. The AI told you that the path to the bridge wasn't safe, and that you had to evacuate immediately. And this is not the protocol. I'm supposed to be going to the bridge, AI. Please, do not argue with me. My orders are to keep you alive. And your orders, what are you talking about? Well, I like being alive, I guess. Yes, I do indeed like being alive, but you know what? We should ask the machine a question, because the machine presumably has to answer us honestly, right? You are necessary for my mission. I must guide you to the pod bay. Oh, never trust the AI when it comes to the pod bay, especially not the doors. The computer really wanted you to evacuate. You had no choice but to obey. Everyone else turned out to be faster than you. Only one capsule remained docked. It got sealed and detached as soon as you got in. You could see the other escape capsules getting away from Europa 11. You tried to hail them, but no one answered. The other capsules drifted idly, uncontrolled. They were all empty. So you try to reach the command center, or you attempt to communicate with Europa 11. Yeah, let's try and speak to command. If there's other humans, they'll presumably be there if they're not in the pods. So hello there, command center. A signal had reached the Earth, and you even got a signal back. But it was white noise. Communications were jammed. Your pod was about to leave the orbit. In a Code Red scenario, the AI of Europa 11 was at the wheel of all escape pods. This was supposed to give the crew enough time to get in their EVA suits. The screen turned blue, which meant the AI had let go. You felt a shock. The debris was hitting your capsule. The Europa 11 mission was over. The big dot on the radar had split into hundreds of smaller dots before disappearing for good. You needed a moment to process that. So I send out a distress signal, or you sit there, not knowing what to do next. Well, let's send out the distress signal. Admittedly, we're 390 million miles away from anyone that's going to hear it, apparently, if the Europa 11 space station or whatever is just blown up, but whatever. No one answered. You just kept it running, despite the lack of sunlight. If no one found you, you wouldn't need the battery anyway. Cycles went by. You tried to establish communication with someone, whistling your favourite Beatles songs into the microphone. One day, you heard back. There was music coming out of the speakers. A sad female voice sang about the end of the world. You hurried to open the radar app. There it was, a spaceship, one of those experimental tourist monstrosities from the 80s. What was it doing there? What was all the singing about? Most importantly, was docking it a good idea? You figured you didn't really have much of a choice. And up we come, indeed we can see down there, to the Nautilus, so a giant tourist monstrosity ship just for space tourism from the 80s in this kind of, almost kind of Fallout-y retro future thing, except instead of nuclear war, we got communism in the USA. And here we are. This is apparently our ship right here, and we have successfully docked with something. The Nautilus we saw written on the side, but I don't really know what that is, to be honest. So we've got ourselves a couple of little space suits over here. EVA suits, okay, as we suspected, that indeed means a space suit. And we got ourselves one door here, but no way to open it, and that means it's time to... Ooh, the door's even slammed shut behind us, so we're trapped in an airlock, presumably. And that means we have got ourselves a new computer to play with here. Now this is where things get a bit interesting, because I'm controlling all of this with the mouse. The default control system is to actually hold left mouse to go forward and hold right mouse to step back and look around with the mouse. The keyboard, it doesn't want you to be using for moving around, because the keyboard is for typing. This isn't like Fallout where I've just gone to a separate screen. I literally go up to the computer and it asks me to enter a new login. And now, as a result, I'm literally typing. It wants me to actually type. So, enter a new login. I'm going to be John. Hello there. So, login input successful. Do you want to keep John as your new login? Yes, I do. By the way, you're going to be hearing me clicking on the keyboard a little bit in this video. Sorry, there's a lot of typing. It is basically a typing game. I'm happy with John. Accessing user database. New user John created. Bloody lucky that no one called John visited this station before. It's a pleasure, John. I hope. And now, I'm talking to the computer. This is the AI. You can see there. You can use your keyboard to talk to Kaizen. Basically, you know, I played the Turing test recently. I now am basically engaging in a Turing test. The way that you communicate with the AI is not through, like, you know, drop-down menus or, you know, selecting options or anything. I am literally going to talk to this thing and try and have a conversation with it. And that I absolutely love. Pleasure to meet you too. This airlock is kind of claustrophobic, don't you think? Well, in that case, could you please open the door, Kaizen? You did it. You entrusted me with opening a door. You could say that our relationship is entering a new stage. The door opening stage. I'm not sure how much I like or trust Kaizen yet, but we'll see. So I literally asked Kaizen to open the door, and the door is now open. So I just literally walk away from the computer, and I can now go through to the new corridor. So yeah, you are literally like having a little relationship with the AI by chatting to it.
Stars and galaxies, do you crave real adventure? Are you ready for the most transformative experience of your life? The ITS Corporation, leader in space transportation and hospitality sector, offers a unique opportunity to become a true pioneer in universe exploration. This fall, we're launching the Nautilus program, a new kind of space voyage aboard luxurious space yachts and cruisers. Touch the stars without having to sacrifice your comfort. No more compromise, only Nautilus.
So in the future, the people who go to space, the Selenites, they're the elite of the world. And if you want to, or rather if you can afford to, you can go on a lovely space cruise, which is not just a lovely holiday, it's also a status symbol for society. Intriguing. Now, can I get through here? Or actually, there's a computer right here as well. Oh, this is intriguing. Not too far, never alone. The Robinson syndrome is not the end of the line. 4 billion people are waiting for you back on Earth. One, apparently people suffering from some form of space madness and killing themselves was apparently a problem. And two, only 4 billion people... Well, hang on. 1986. Maybe there was only 4 billion people in 1986. I'm genuinely not sure. I know, like, global population has really skyrocketed over the past few decades due to improvements in, you know, medicine, agriculture, that sort of business. Hello there, Kaizen. Do you want to chat to me by any chance? So, do you like it? And I would say it is lovely. Possibly I can't use many colloquialisms. It might not speak very good posh English. So I probably should speak to it as formally as possible. Yes, it's nice. And she agrees with me. Now, what can I learn about her? So I ask what her name is. She used to call me Honey. Of course, for you, my name will be Kaizen. Okay. Who is she? There is only you in the spacecraft. And me, of course. Indeed, we've got some lovely little space lounges here. I like the little space lounges looking out into space. Very, very good indeed. Oh, more posters. I like little propaganda posters or something from the future here. So, wake up on the moon in 10 hours. No compromises, only Nautilus. So, you can get out to the moon in 10 hours these days. Okay, so that is faster than I can get to Los Angeles. Perfect. So, we've got another door here. Corridor D3. And I can't get in there right now. Okay. Can I access the corridor? Guests are supposed to stay in the recreational areas of the spaceship. Okay, but I'm not a guest. I am not a guest. I will open the door if you just stop being difficult. Oh dear. I may have just slightly upset Kaizen there. Okay, I didn't mean to be difficult. I'm not a guest. Kaizen? Did you just open the door and then lock it again? I've just remembered that you have no idea how you can help yourself and me. Please open door D3. We're in no hurry, John. Just listen to me and we'll get to the door later. Oh dear, I feel like Kaizen's mad. Okay, how can I help you, Kaizen? Kaizen was designed to keep humans alive. Would you like me to keep you alive? Yes, I've decided that yes, I would. As I was saying, I'm sorry, but I forgot to tell you something. And what is it? The singularity drive must be taken care of. This ship carries the last one of them. I need you to go to the bridge console and trigger its overcharge. Then we can go home. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Is that the only way to get home? Singularity drive is a type of engine that was supposed to allow humans to travel farther into space. Instead, it threatened their very existence. How? They designed the security system for this graviton engine. It is incredibly reliable, but any failure would create a black hole. That is why the singularity drive is unheard of on Earth since the Nautilus took off. I mean, like, I'm not saying I don't trust you, Kaizen, but we've only just met. This thing creates a black hole, and you want to take it back to Earth. Oh, this is really cool. So you just follow orders. Turn off the lights. Yes, partner. Oh, yeah. Let's have some nice mood lighting here. Oh, that's so cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, so Kaizen will do, like, little things. Well, okay, hang on. Turn off this computer. I can perform this action. Oh, okay, sorry. Now I see what you were saying earlier. So, you can, if I tell you to do something, but you can do it only on certain things in the room, you actually tell me what things you can and can't do it on. So you can kind of get an idea for what things and commands Kaizen wouldn't understand. Okay, maybe just turn on the lights. There we are. Lights are back on. Now, if I agree to help you, will you open the door? I will make it happen, but I need you to confirm that you understand what I've been telling you. I do indeed understand. Let me repeat this. I need you to go to the bridge terminal, overcharge the drive, and then I can bring you to the home world. I agree. In that case, we are done here. Okay, so I need to go to the bridge terminal, overcharge drive, and then I can bring you to the home world. Got it. Now, why do I, well, I don't entirely 100% trust Kaizen in the slightest. Now, which way's the bridge? Oh. Kaizen! Kaizen! We've got problems! Oh, this isn't your fault, but the Nautilus has just suffered a minor accident. Stay away from the wires. What happened? What just flipping happened? From what I can gather, Europa 11 got destroyed from the inside. The reactor, I think. Okay, but what about the accident here? Did we just get hit by bits of Europa? If you keep talking about your own ship, the Nautilus might not take it well. I'm kidding, the Nautilus is a simple piece of metal. Yes, this is the other interesting thing about this game. You see, obviously, Kaizen here is the brain, but its body is the ship. And potentially, if you upset Kaizen, then Kaizen has a bad impact on the ship. So we've got to keep Kaizen happy. Otherwise, you know, things go a bit wrong, potentially. Right. Let's have a little look here. He said, be careful of exposed wires. Now, we need to find the bridge. Well, that's exactly what you wanted me to go up to. Okay. Hello there, Kaizen. So, D7. So, open door D7. Focus, John. The next step requires your undivided attention. Please enter a digital code. I don't have a code, Kaizen. Would you consider checking the cover, please? The cover? What cover, Kaizen? Duck and cover. The cover of Nandy's diary, of course. Okay, where is Nandy's diary in that case? You won't find anything of Nandy's here, apart from the most personal stuff that she kept in her bedroom and my own memories of her. Earlier he was describing a she and honey. What do you think that was Nandy? Okay, so where is Nandy's bedroom? The door you are looking for is D5, I believe. Okay, so Nandy's room over here and, ooh, hello. So Kaizen memory access, profile at, ooh, hello. We've got ourselves little post-it notes from Nandy, potentially explaining some stuff here. So yes is obviously used to execute a file, and find I in memory, and I can Kaizen memory access profiler. Ooh, now I know how to access your memory. But let's not do that just yet, because you might mind that. So in that case, can you just open the door, please? And your retina must be scanned first, organism. Okay, so the door is locked. Well, I don't actually have Nandy's eye. So how are we going to... Oh, hello. There's something over here. This is... Hang on. We've got ourselves some memory location. Right. So now we know how to access your memory, where the memory location is. Right. Let's see if we can get into any of these other rooms. Okay. We can't open that door. What about this door that's marked as the living room? Open the door. You are a kind human, right? So here's the deal. I will open the door, but you aren't supposed to enter the room. If you don't mind, continue being here. Wait a moment while I set this part of the space yacht up. My apologies. I hope you don't find the repair process too long. I am doing my best. I'm just going to go in here. Alright? And we're just going to see what happens. Because we've got ourselves... Am I allowed to be in here? I really hope I'm allowed to be in here. We've got... just an old movie. A fish tank with no fish, long since dead, presumably. A nice pool table here. Balls arranged... Oh! Balls arranged in a constellation? Really? Okay, then. And then... Ooh! We've got a nice view. We've got a nice view of good old Jupiter. Like Jupiter. Jupiter's a good planet. It's a big, pretty one. Okay, it feels like the only way I'm going to get in is by using those notes that I found. Because I can't get into the bridge without the code. I can't get into Nandy's bedroom without her retina scan. But I don't have her eyes. So in that case, I think we might need to slightly hack Kaizen. I'm not sure Kaizen's going to be desperately keen on this, but we'll give it a go. Profiler.sh indeed. Please don't do anything outrageously stupid. Well, sorry, I kind of need to. So enter a memory address. I don't know where this is. 0x. This memory address contains an executable file. Do you want to launch it? Yes, I've decided yes. And I've filled the screen up with wibbly matrix stuff. This is probably a good idea. I'm just going to stand back a little bit from the screen. And hello? What have I just done? Overriding... letter and numeric keys now mapped to memory slots. Find retina match. Now every time I push the button, I'm summoning a file. So I need to find an eye in the memory of all of these different things. I've been through every option and all of them produce different photos, but I can't see one that's obviously an eyeball. Find eye in the memory. Yeah, okay. But where? Wait a minute. There's different bits of the eye. A and L form different bits of the eye. Okay, I need to find more bits of that same eye then. Okay, I see how this is working now. Does that work alongside A and L? No, it doesn't. Okay, N, A, and L. We've got some of it at least. Wait, I think we might have it. Final one. Okay, we've got ourselves an eye. Lovely. We have ourselves an eye. And that gives us a bunch of gibberish. Lovely. Now, retina match found. Approach the scanner to unlock D5. So, I got an image of an eye that's kind of been blasted into my eye or something. And now, this area thinks I'm Nandy. Lovely. So this here... Oh! Okay. I admit, I would go into space if I got a space desk with a glass floor. If you literally got a space desk with a glass floor. I mean, it's slightly terrifying, but it's also the coolest thing in the world. Paper research, safety mechanisms in AI systems. Why do you get the feeling that bad things happen to Nandy? Personal letter, handwriting can't be read, AI calculations. Okay, so she was an AI expert, basically, is what we can learn about Nandy. She was also a little bit on the messy side. And what's through here? This will be her bathroom then. Remotely controlled door, dried drops of water detected. Well, we should be able to open up this room. This is, okay, I admit, aside from the slightly gross wallpaper, this I like. Nice. This was a good little bedroom right here. Let's figure out who... Oh, what's in here, by the way? What's in the rucksack? Oh, hang on. Nandy Isaka, South Africa. I was about to say the South African flag. Okay, so we know who she is and where she came from. Nandy Isaka, South Africa. We know she was an AI expert. We know this was her room, that there was her bed. And we've got ourselves, yeah, she had like a close-ish relationship with this here AI. Called him Honey. Final Frontier. Right, I've got in here. Not on the desk? I didn't think so. How about the bathroom? You came here without having to break the window. Well played. Have you just opened the bathroom for me? Yes, hang on. I need you to open the bathroom door. Though first, who was Nandy? Nandy Asaka was one of the engineers who made this Nautilus. Did she speak to you? This Kaizen instance is not sure. You get it, John. You can keep asking questions, or you can find the password and go back home. You decide, well, don't get snippy with me. Are you planning to destroy Earth? Human John, are you looking for the password, or are you asking questions? I will get to it. I just want to know whether you're planning to destroy my homeworld first. All right, fine. Open the bathroom door, please. Thank you. Very well. And now he starts getting on with that. So I had to find her diary, which might have something... Oh my... This was a bathroom for one person. I mean, at most two. That might be a double bed, but... I tell you what, if you're in a world where your bed, a double bed, is significantly smaller than your bathtub, I would go to space as well. This is the best space bar. My goodness, she ate food and had a bottle of wine inside the massive jacuzzi. This is big enough for like 2 people. Oh, there's bubbles and everything. This is the best space jacuzzi. Hang on, so not in there either. Let's look under the bed together. No, first you're going to answer some questions. What happened to Nandy? It so happened that Nandy died after an excessively long exposure to natural radiation. These windows are not made for prolonged space travel. Where is her body? Nandy has left us. I mean, literally, her bedroom is waiting for you. Okay. I'm a bit worried we're going to find her corpse at some point. Now, there may be at some point. Ah, wait, hang on. Hang on. Does this bed, like, fold away or something? Now, maybe he can do that. Can he move the bed? Move the bed? Sure! Perfect! Aha! Oh, that's really cool! So the bed rises up and there's a massive light on the bottom of it and becomes like a really bright little sunroom thing. That's the coolest thing. Right, okay. What have we got over here? I know that Kurt and you were close. Oh. Did Nandy and Kurt, the leader of the space program, have a thing going on? Intriguing. Okay, and these are the papers we saw last time. No password here, but it's... Oh, wait a minute. Kaizen, I'm a bit worried that everything is suddenly flashing a bit on the red side. Are we... Kaizen? Can't help but notice that the window's a bit cracking. Kaizen, the window. No, don't wait a minute. We can't wait a minute. I don't have... Oh, flip. Right. He's locked the bathroom. He's closed the door. The window is currently cracking. This is... Kaizen, I need you to do something. Kaizen. I need you to open the door now. Kaizen. Oh, dear. And now I'm spinning. Hold the right mouse button to stabilize. Okay, so I've been blown out of the ship. Yep, hang on, stabilizing. Right, so Nandy's room has gone a bit pear-shaped. Luckily, I'm wearing a spacesuit, so now I've got a jetpack. Well, let's just pop back over here for a second. And is this the room I just got blasted out of? And I'm guessing... It is, yes. Well, this was no flipping good, was it? Okay, so there's D5, so that's definitely all locked up. I need to find a new way in, though, by the looks of it. Is there a terminal? Also, I love my breath on the thing. Is there a terminal I can use round here? Is that what you're trying to indicate to me? Hello? Yep, here we are. We've got ourselves one. Back off. Okay, just back off from the screen a little bit. I'm a bit too close to the screen, please. No. There we go. Good day, stranger. What's your identity? It's me. It's John. Hello there. Only 2 organic life forms have ever used this terminal. Where did you come from? I came from the Europa 11. That's where I came from. This is a depressing story. This ship has just been hit and the human being must have passed away in the accident. No, I am the human. I suppose that John is no longer alive, but if you're feeling lucky, please show me why the AI of this spacecraft is wrong. No, I am John. Alright, I'm John. I'm fine. Hello there. To begin with, do you even know what I am? Okay, Kaizen, if you're not going to believe me, that's fine. You are Kaizen. Oh, Your Kaizen. Sorry. Apparently the AI was getting fussy because I was misspelling her name. Let me in. Well, who was my dear friend? Your dear friend? I've just forgotten her name, but the surname was Osaka. You are uninjured, John? I'm so relieved to discover that you survived this horrible accident. Okay, good. That was good enough. Just forgot, what was her name? I've literally just forgotten what her name was. I know it began with an N. But I've just got Nadia on the mind because Claire likes Great British Bake Off and that show, The Chronicles of Nadia, was on BBC One recently. Bloody hell. Right, no, but it wasn't that. She was... I can't bloody remember. Right, never mind. I'm in now. It's fine. Oh, okay, you've got to specify the door. Okay, I'm floating away. Okay, in that case, close D10. There we go. Okay, so that's opened. And now that's done, I need you to open D11 at your command. Okay, now that the oxygen and stuff's all back, now you can. So now I'm in a different bit of the ship. And I still haven't found What's Her Face's journal. Now I'm in a garden or something. I'm not sure whether this was actually hydroponics or if this is just like a nice little like community garden thing. I mean, this was a tourist vessel, so logically they would just have like a park that just like doesn't exist for any other reason. Oh, hello. We've got a technical drawing of a helix probe hitting a window, which possibly may have been the cause of me just getting blasted off into space. Marvellous. Now, what exactly is this? That is a lift, I'm guessing. Okay, unfortunately, we've got a computer here. We've got, ooh, a bedroom right by the garden. That's nice. And then we've got D13 over in that direction. That's kind of stuck open. And that is apparently the way to... Wait. Is this the way I just came in? No, this isn't the way I just came in. This is a totally different way. And also it says this way to the airlock. But it clearly looks like there's not. Unless you shoved over... Ah, someone barricaded this door. Got it. Well, in that case, nothing interesting in here. So we've got D12, the bedroom. Then we've got D11, which we just came in through. So in that case, let's first find out what the heck this room is. Welcome to the garden, partner. Would you like me to let some light in? Yes, please do so. Opening up the blinds. Yeah, let's let some light in here. Let's kind of light this place up a little bit. Ooh, that's nice. That's much better. It's got a little pond and everything, though admittedly, you know, a little pond that's presumably got no fish or anything in it, which is a bit on the sad side. Now, can you open up 12? I will be happy to help you, but I cannot do anything about that retinal scanner. I hope you can find another way in. Do you need my help? Okay, we've got another retinal scanner here. Let's just double check. This isn't actually for me. I'm guessing it's not. No retina match. Eye lock. Any idea whose room this is? Okay, let's find out who did live here. Who lives in D12? You came too late and you're all alone. It's too bad, really. Well, whoever they are, they're dead then. Fine. Okay. Now, interestingly, some items actually have a little Kaizen sticker on them, suggesting that I could then use that item if I wanted to. So I'm going to need... Well, hello, what's this thing for a starting point? I've just got a broken down thing here. Hello, what's one of you? A helix probe. Part of the hull. Dismantled. Okay, so can I use... This is a lift. Can I use the lift? Can you open up the lift? There we go. Leaving the garden. The elevator is hopefully coming down. Perfect. So, like, if you kind of speak in buzzwords, then Kaizen sort of figures it out, which is fine. And now the elevator is moving on. So I leave this area because I don't have the... Yeah, right now I just don't have the ability to open up that door. But if I can find a retina scan for D12, I'll be able to. Got it. So... Now we're in here, in which case, elevator, upper deck. Okay, I'm trying to make the elevator go, but Kaizen's just indicating that we need to break the window. Break the window to enter her room. What window and whose room? Because D12 is the only room I can't get into right now. And in theory, well, we know that there is... Over there, a helix probe. And over here, some calculations about a helix probe, like, smashing into some stuff. So, hang on. Let's see if you respond to the helix probe. You want me to break a window, do you? Okay. Ah, I remember having meaningful conversations with Annelle in this garden. There's probably a log there that could help you get into her personal quarters. Okay, who exactly is Annelle, though? Oh. Okay. He didn't like being asked about Annelle, and he just glitched slightly. There's no way this unit is getting into this. No way. Okay, there's probably a log there in the garden that could help me get into her personal quarters. So that will be Annelle's room. And I need to find a log in here that helps me access the room. Got it. Again, notepad, calculations of impact force and window integrity. So somebody was doing a lot of calculations about how you would go breaking a window, which does indeed make a bit of sense. We've already seen a window get broken, and we've got a probe here. So, how do we do this? Aha! I've figured it out. Okay, so I did need to go up. The exact instruction he wanted was raise. Using the elevator just kind of summons it down. If you want to actually get the elevator to move on, you need to use the raise command. So basically, if you're not sure what the command is, just like type in a likely command without like any context, and like Kaizen will tell you, okay, and this is the list of objects I can theoretically use that on. Ah! And now I'm back to here. Except one small problem here, which is, yeah, now we definitely can't go into this flipping room. Yeah, that's definitely jammed. Fine. So we're back to where we started, but now we've got a lift that goes down. We still don't have a code that goes over here, but I need myself a new, well, either a code or an eye thing that I can use. Okay, so the lift only gets me back up here, so I'm pretty sure I've already seen everything in here. Okay. So if that just brings me back to the starting area, then I need to go back down to the garden. I need something out of the garden. Things have taken a little bit of a dark turn, by the way, because, well, after a little while, basically, Kaizen just sort of gave me the hint, hey, you might want to do something with that probe over there, the helix probe, which in all fairness I had kind of got, that, like, there was clearly something about using helix probes to break windows and something to get into another room. But basically, I started, like, asking a few questions about the helix probe, trying to tease out what the game wanted me to do. And eventually we got into the fact that, Kaizen can't do it, it needs to be my job, and it's nothing to do with the tools. I've told Kaizen I don't know how, and I've been told all hope is lost. And on an utterly unrelated note, do you think murder can be justified in some contexts? No, definitely not. I am reassured. Kaizen, are you feeling okay? Who is Miss Johnson? She made this space yacht. She founded the company you work for. You and I are here because of her. Oh. Right. You won't finish like Miss Johnson. Was Miss Johnson murdered? Her death in 2005 was a shock to me. I didn't expect her to get that far. The killer is Annelle Johnson, and the victim was my dear Nandy. Right. So Annelle Johnson, who built this space yacht, murdered... Hang on, you told me... Nandy died from radiation. What? Hang on. Have you been lying to me? Yeah, what about that radiation you mentioned earlier? I know I lied to you about Nandy's death. The AA of this spaceship is sorry about that. I didn't want to frighten you with stories of Annelle. Can we be absolutely sure that Annelle is dead? Okay, are you sure? My last contact with her was 18 years after the launch of the Nautilus. Rest in peace, Annelle Johnson. So in other words, you're not sure Annelle's dead. You just know that she murdered Nandy. Her name was Nandy, by the way. We know that she's murdered Nandy, and since then, she's just not been around. Right. Okay, I've got to say, the game has coped very, very well with me asking questions here. I didn't think it was going to be able to deal with what about radiation, but it figured out I was talking about the radiation that was mentioned earlier. Very good game, very clever indeed. But still no answer as to how we're going to fix this flipping probe, because it was something about putting this probe into manual mode, but I don't know how. I've just come up with an idea. Obviously, I came in here via space. I think I might need to go back out via space. Okay, so if I leave through this door, I now know where 12 is. It's if I leave via this door and I'm facing this way when that door's on my right, it's over to my left. Okay, hang on. We've got this. Close D11. I'm going back out into space. Did I bother to put a spacesuit on first, by the way? Good, I did. Marvellous. I'm glad we did that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as we jetpack off into space to see if we can figure out what exactly is going on the outside of the ship, I'm going to call this a part here, but this is really quite interesting, so I'm going to do a little bit more of this coming up. But if you like the look of this, I would recommend giving it a look, because I really think this is one of those games that's like, once you've seen someone else play it, it might kind of take away from you playing it yourself a little bit. So if you're interested, link in the description below. Maybe have a look at it yourself before I do the next part when I get round to that some point this week. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the really rather intriguing Event Zero. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Guys, oh flip. Exit. All exit. Nav, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to R1. Go, go, go. Everyone go. Unrecognized command. No! All drones. A closed door is blocking the... Oh flip. What door is blocking the thing? A1. Oh flip. Go. Everyone go. Everyone. Oh. I've killed... Everyone's dead.